Hello everyone, welcome to an interesting episode of the Backrooms Documentaries, where I explain a very interesting level, which is level 906 of the Backrooms. This level is where a very popular entity is located, and I explained that entity in the past. Without further ado, enjoy this episode of the Backrooms Documentaries. Level 906 of the Backrooms, also known as the Cygnus Archive, has a survival difficulty of class You're Safe Here, Dear. Safe and sound, devoid of harm, it's a pleasure to meet you. Level 906 is a seemingly infinite library with the architecture similar to that of a Victorian-era library from reality. The thing is that you can't take any pictures or videos of this level, otherwise the outcome won't go through and the camera will malfunction. So this picture that you see isn't actually level 906, but it's a library that is very similar to that of that level. So you get an idea of what it looks like. There are wooden shelves, that all of them are filled with books. Some of those shelves are seen floating, and they require a ladder to get to them. The main light sources in level 906 are candelabras, which are holders for candles, and they are found on the ceiling. Even though the ceiling is very high up, the candelabras' illumination can be spread throughout the entirety of the level. The ceiling is also decorated with stained glass and painted landscapes throughout. The floor is decorated with blue carpets and golden ornaments. It's impossible to reach the ceiling, and if you try to get closer to it, it will look like it's getting farther away. The bookshelves all have the forms of writing in them. They range from books in many languages to straight up ancient scrolls and messages. One thing is certain, and they all have this signature of a famous entity. There are two entities here. One of them are light guides, or Entity 35. The second one is the one I have explained way back in episode 48, which is Entity 140, or simply named Blanche. I won't be explaining her in depth because I already explained her in the past, but I will tell you this. She is a very friendly entity and welcomes wanderers, and she will invite them to her library for tea. If a wanderer is impolite, they will be warned, and then called out by her due to lack of manners. If they still refuse to be polite, she will lecture them on proper etiquette. If the wanderer is hostile, then he will be stopped by Blanche's telekinetic abilities. If it still happens, then they'll be kicked out of the level and sent back to the level they were in before entering level 906. More areas have been seen in level 906. Allow me to explain them all. Blanche's office is located in the center of level 906, and this is where Blanche likes to read, write, and wait for visitors. There are many shelves with Blanche's favorite books. Some of the other objects in her office include a portrait of herself illustrated and signed by Alice River, books of human philosophy, books of religious nature, and more. She also has a unique bookshelf labeled To Read List, and the books in that shelf were gifted by Blanche by other wanderers. These books include It by Stephen King, Dune by Frank Herbert, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, and more. The tea room is a small kitchen-like area that is also found in the center of level 906. This area is where Blanche prepares tea and biscuits, as well as other full meals for her visitors. Blanche hosts tea sessions that take around an hour or two, and she likes to talk with other wanderers on various topics. The guest rooms are an undetermined number of bedrooms meant for Blanche's visitors in level 906. Blanche has this ability to freely change the theme and design of each individual bedroom. If wanderers are injured, they will be taken to these rooms where Blanche will take care of those wounds. One of those rooms are occupied by her butler, who I have explained in the past, and his name is Tom von Haderich. This phenomenon is only to be rumored, but it's so common that it's not a possible rumor anytime soon. If you have been exposed to this effect in level 906, it will cause severe damage to the nervous system, along with other effects such as memory loss, loss of sense of identity, cognitive ability, and in rare cases, death. This phenomenon was discovered by the UEC group, but this made the situation worse because of their extreme propaganda campaigns. To enter level 906, you can find a book or anything that is written into any level with Blanche's signature. Then, drag your index finger from left to right on her signature to be sent to level 906. You won't be sent to this level if you do this method on paintings or copies of her books. To exit this level, you can politely ask Blanche to leave the level, and she will guide you to the exit that leads to a level of your choice. You can also act rude to her, making her send you out of the level and into the level you were in before you entered level 906, whether it was safe or not. In summary, level 906 is a large library that is hosted by an entity named Blanche, and this level has many areas with very nice features. That is it for this episode, and the next one will explain level 2.1 of the Backrooms. Other than that, I will see you in the next episode.